What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Doesn't make sense. I don't really know. Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, we're back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 183 to the best of my knowledge. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, y'all already know I started this series off at the beginning of 2023, and here we are. We're already on week 183. Now, if you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Where, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already chopping it up in the sold out Discord. Shameless plug, right? Okay, so enough rambling. Let's just go and get into this weekly sneaker rotation. Now, y'all know I end things off on a Friday and pick back up on Saturday, right? Okay, which I kind of butchered that. But anyway, I picked right back up on Saturday. So this Saturday, the kid was in the chop shop, and probably by the time I dropped this video, probably time to go back. Stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 4, and these are the Unions, right? Okay, now this is the off Noir colorway, the black colorway, the only, I guess you can say, Union 4 that I own, because I did several other colorways, but this was the only one that stood out to me. And yes, I went all the way, and actually, if you remember how this shoe came, the wings on this joint was not actually open. I cut those open, and of course, the tongue part where it was folded down, that was the easiest part. It was just simply just pulling the string, and it did come with some extra laces, which I just like the way the black on black kind of hits on these right here. When we first saw these joints, it was kind of weird, so it took us a minute to kind of get used to. But you know, Nike switched on the back of that, and I feel like this is one of this is basically one of Union's, and I was gonna say off Noir, but yeah, this is basically one of Union's top collabs in my opinion. Now, this is a shoe I did have to pay a little extra on the resale market, but don't regret it, man. I feel like I did a good job on the wings. I could have almost borderline messed them up, but yeah, this was my Saturday shoe. Was the Air Jordan 4 Union. Cool, now we're gonna move on to Sunday. Y'all know that's pretty much my family time, and I do my very, very best to just try to relax, chill, reset for the day, meal prep, you know what I'm saying? The kid be having a lot going on Sunday, and pretty much just preparing through the week for more content. So pretty much on Sunday, that means I'm in the old beaters, the old faithfuls, the Yeezy slides, and yes, it's time to break out my other ones, which I most likely will wear throughout the week at some point, as you know, I'm pretty much gonna be kicking it with family as we get closer to the 4th of July, but yeah, this was my Sunday shoe, Yeezy Slide Pure, and yeah, I'm gonna wear these to the wheels fall off because the comfortability. Yeah, so this is my Sunday shoe. Cool, now we're gonna move on to Monday. Right back at work. You know, the kid work a full-time job, and they keep the kid busy from the minute I walk into the door until the time it's time to go home. So pretty much stepped in Air Jordan 4, pretty much you probably already know where I'm going this week. And this is the rare Air colorway. Now, I know they did the series where they did the 1s, they did some 3s, they did the 4s, and they did some 11s. But to me, I feel like the 4s and the 3s were the best. Now, the 4s, if I had to pick between the two, I think I would roll with the 4s. These joints came comfortable right out the box, and I did put the extra set of laces that came with these guys right here, picked them up from DTLR, Nike swoosh on the back. And I think what Nike them is finally learning that just because you throw this on here, it's not gonna fall, like us sneakerheads are not gonna fall for it each and every single time, right? Okay, let's just keep it 100. But yeah, this was my Monday shoe, Air Jordan 4 Rare Air. Cool. And now we're gonna move around to Tuesday, right back at work. Y'all know I work a full-time job. This is a shoe I feel like a lot of people slept on, but me, I did not want to sleep on it. A lot of people I feel like made excuses comparing it to the previous pair and this, that, and the third, but not me. I went on and pulled up because mainly I didn't able to get them before, and that was the Air Jordan 4 Military Blue, right? Okay, now I told y'all, as much as my favorite color is red, if the color's done right, I don't care what it is or what shoe, I'm gonna cop if I like it. You know what I'm saying? 4 silhouette, you can't really go wrong with it. Yes, I've been keeping the hang tag, and yes, that orange has been, you know, just steadily fading away because, like I said, when I wear these to work, sometimes, man, I have to be all out and about, and this joint is actually all twisted up and everything on here, but you know what? I'm gonna rock it until it just falls off. Now it is twisted up in here in some type of way. Normally it never happens that way, but it is what it is. Probably a good reason. You know, I usually tuck it between the wings, but there we go right there. Just kind of detangling it a little bit. Not really that hard to do. Just kind of had to figure it out. It was gonna bother me throughout the whole entire video, so that's why I did it. But anyway, this was definitely my Tuesday shoe. And yeah, man, I feel like you can't go wrong with it. One thing I will say, the comfortability for Nike shoes and Jordan shoes have gotten better over the years, even though with the 4s, I highly recommend relace them because they come lace tighter than a baseball glove, right? Okay, but yeah, this was my Tuesday shoe, was the Air Jordan 4 Military Blue. Cool. Now I want to move right on to Wednesday, right back to work, full-time job. Pretty much you already know what the week is right here for the kid. And I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 4, and these are the white cements. Now I did have the 2016 pair, end up selling those, and I got the most recent pair right here. I feel like this is a timeless classic sneaker, and you really can't go wrong with it. And they went back with that original cut on the shoe. You can see the widow's peak on the toe if the camera picks this up. And arguably just one of my favorite shoes of all time in my collection, man. And yeah, I could easily probably wear this shoe every week and probably wouldn't even feel no regrets about it whatsoever. But y'all know me, I'm very big on trying to get my sneaker rotation that I have behind me out as much as possible, right? Okay, I do, and I'm a firm believer in meaning that each and every shoe is meant to be worn. But yeah, this was my Wednesday shoe, was the Air Jordan 4 white cement. Cool. Now we're moving on to Thursday, right back at work. Full-time job, but you know, pretty much we did have Friday off, but it's just Thursday right now that I'm talking about, and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 4. Now this is one of those like new different colorways that a lot of people really wasn't feeling, and to be honest, dog, I can kind of get it. It's kind of like a poor man Travis Scott joint right here, but overall, I feel like it's a classic timeless shoe already, even though this is kind of a new colorway. It's kind of one of those, if you couldn't get the Travis's, but you do like a brown shoe, why not go for these right here? Now, I can't remember the name right off the top of my head. As I edit the video, I'll probably throw it in there, and probably it'll come through me as I probably right when I cut the camera off, right? Okay, but yeah, I remember when a lot of people was like, oh, I'm not gonna go for these guys right here, this, that, and the third. Again, another one of those simple things where Nike try to throw the Nike swoosh on the back to make us sneakerheads pull up, and yeah, in this case, it did kind of work, but at the same time, they knew if they would have put a Jumpman on this, it probably wouldn't have moved, right? Okay, but I will say, overall, I like the colorway, you know what I'm saying? It's not a true like brown, but it's not like any other mixture color either too, right? It could definitely been a darker brown, but I feel like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna rock these joints and I don't regret my purchase. So this is my most like Air Jordan 4 right here that I wore on Thursday. Cool. Again, if I remember the name, I'll put it down up on the video somewhere up on the screen. Forgive the kid, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just forget them, especially when it's a new colorway, right? Okay. And I don't want to butcher it because I know if I get it wrong, y'all gonna hit me in the comment section. Regardless, y'all probably gonna hit me in the comment section anyway over the colorway. But anyway, Friday, like I told y'all, we had off. So pretty much the kid just hung around the house and just pretty much chilled with family. Just kind of got ready to prepare for July 4th, which is what me and my family like to celebrate. So I was in none other than my decent pair of Yeezy slides. And this is that Azul colorway right here, or the blue colorway, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, these joints are a little bit beat because I do wear these a lot as well. It's kind of like my second like go-to pair of Yeezy slides, and a little bit more firm fitting compared to the actual like the previous Yeezy slides that I showed you guys in the beginning, right? Okay, but these right here, it's like they find a way to perfect it, but these have molded to my foot as well, and another go-to for me, even though I'm not a major fan of the color blue, but I felt like why not, especially when Adidas was dropping all these Yeezy slides back to back. So pretty much this was my Friday shoe, was the Yeezy Slide Azul. Cool, man. So pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. Y'all sign off in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.